As the world moves towards renewable sources of energy for transportation, locomotive companies face a challenge of making their products efficient and environment safe. And so, to tackle these issues, automobile and railway companies have come up with electrical cars and trains as replacement for their old gasoline cars and the steam engine trains. And this idea of manufacturing electrical cars and trains has really seemed to work out for them, as companies like Alstom and Tesla generated $4 billion and $25 billion of their revenue in 2019. Electrical locomotives are sure good for the planet, but they do have their own fair share of disadvantages as well. Let's talk about trains in specific. Electrical trains don't work during energy blackouts. Such blackouts occur almost every year, with the most recent one being last year on the 25th of November in Australia. And when these blackouts occur, trains are left idle with no power from anywhere between 2 to 10 hours. Another issue with electrical trains is that they can run only where the overhead wire systems are built. And building these overhead wire systems over long distances is quite an expensive job. So what's the alternative to these once promising electrical trains? Hydrogen trains. Hydrogen trains are the solution to all the electrical trains' disadvantages. The world's first ever hydrogen train was introduced in the September 2018 and was called the Coradia Island. Hydrogen trains like the Coradia Island are powered by hydrogen fuel cells, and that's where all the science takes place. Hydrogen fuel cells combine oxygen and hydrogen to give off water, electricity and heat. This concept of hydrogen fuel cells was introduced way back in 1839 by a man named William Robert Groove. Each fuel cell has two electrodes. One is the anode, which is the negative one, and the other one is called the cathode, which is the positive one. The anode and the cathode are separated by a membrane which contains an electrolyte. And at any given point of time, the hydrogen atoms will want to get to the other side to form water. The positive particles from the hydrogen atom, called protons, are able to pass through the membrane and get to the other side. But the negative particles, called electrons, aren't. And without the electrons getting to the other side, the process of forming water remains incomplete. And so to get the electrons to the other side, they are passed through a circuit. And because these electrons move through the circuit, they generate electricity, as the very definition of electricity is just the movement of electrons. This electricity is then used to run the train, and the excess electricity is stored in lithium-ion batteries, which can be later used on demand. The heat released from this process converts the water into steam, making it the only byproduct. As of today, hydrogen trains are only being used in Germany, but estimates say that they will be used all over the world by early 2024. And again, hydrogen trains may seem to be a good alternative to electric trains, but the amount of money involved in making one train and also installing their hydrogen stations are huge. But because we as humans messed up and overutilized the planet's resources, I think this is a very small amount to pay to save the only home we have. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.